Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to Cilinix Crypto. Hope you're all doing great, and welcome to this new video on Bitcoin. We'll do a full update for this week. We'll talk a little bit about economic events. Maybe we'll start about that, but just in general, it's the beginning of the week, so we're going to get some volatility. We'll talk a little bit about the conflict in Israel and Palestine, how that might affect the markets. Personally, if you follow me on Twitter, you already know my opinion mostly on that. I don't think it's going to have that much of an effect, but today, either way, we're going to get big moves, all right? So those big moves could be that people think, oh wait, it is moving because of that, and then more people start to sell, and then all of a sudden the market will move because of everything that's happening. So we'll talk about that. We'll talk about the potential and just in general what to expect, all right? So that's what we'll do. Before we dive into that though, I do want to briefly mention that I have my own premium trading group in which I share my own trades. Like yesterday, the trade on BNT, which we took from 42 cents, was a very good trade. Best one in a while, to be honest. You don't get trades like these often. But yeah, if you want to know how to spot rallies like that, etc., consider joining. Links will be down in the description. But now onto Bitcoin. So the situation for Bitcoin right now is pretty neutral, all right? And when I say that, I really mean on the short term, because if you take a look at this, and most of you know that, technically, Bitcoin is still bullish, all right? It's holding this, you can see that there's this wave of EMAs coming up. We're making higher lows, we're not making higher highs, but we're making higher lows, and the market structure is bullish. Now, I've always said that I don't really trust this bullish momentum, and that's mainly because I think the fundamentals, like especially what you see right now as well, like the dollar strength index, very strong again since the opening of this week. So the fundamentals are just not that bullish, and that could change this week. Like we have economic events regarding the FOMC minutes, and then the day afterwards the inflation rate and the CPI. The results of that could change the direction of the dollar strength index theoretically, but right now it's still bullish. And usually when it's bullish and the interest rates are high, Bitcoin drops down. All right, that's the usual consequence. So that's why I've found it weird that Bitcoin ever since the 27th of September has been very bullish. Volume right now for Bitcoin is around $7.5 billion. I expect that to go up towards 10, 12 in the next 24 hours. So that's quite a lot of money on top of what's in the market right now. Probably like a 33% increase at the very least. So we'll see what that does. All right. Usually the opening of the market is usually done by market makers, etc. They're pumping money into the markets. They're providing liquidity, and the direction is usually difficult to really gauge. And that's today as well. Like I said, I mean, fundamentally, the situation is bearish. Technically, the situation is bullish. So we have to wait for some confirmation. I think there are two ways to check for that confirmation. Like you could say, and this is something I haven't talked about earlier, so let's just focus on this. You could say that Bitcoin right now is in this small range right here. All right, you can see that this is mostly respected over the last, well, what is it? Since Friday. This is the range of the weekend. So we're going to get volatility, and which way that volatility will be in depends on which one of these levels breaks first. So either 27,800 or 28,100. Now, because this is on the 1 hour time frame, a breakout will not mean that much. Like if Bitcoin breaks down below this level right here at 27,800, it will drop down to 27,500 and 27,400, but it doesn't necessarily mean that it will crash even lower. That really depends on the support it gets at this level. But that's for now. It looks quite bearish at this point of time. So I'm going to assume that the most likely scenario is that Bitcoin will drop down to 27,500 and 27,400, and then depending on the reaction to that level, like if it finds a lot of support there, then I would just say that it will get back up towards 28,000 later on. But that's something we'll have to wait for. For now, I'd say still also because of a little bit of the fear what the conflict in Israel and Palestine is going to cause, that the most likely scenario is more bearish momentum. But personally, I am prepared for both scenarios. Like if Bitcoin right now manages to break above 28,100, it's going to be bullish. All right, so not the most likely scenario, but you should be prepared for both a bullish and a bearish Bitcoin. I'll keep you updated. Maybe later today I'll do an emergency update if that's needed. But for now, that's my take on Bitcoin. So have a great week. Thank you for watching. Take care. Bye.